I want to tell you a secret.
One of the 4 houses of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Its founder was the medieval witch named Helga Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff is the most inclusive among the 4 houses, valuing hard work, dedication, patience, loyalty, and fair play, rather than a particular aptitude in its members. The emblematic animal is a badger, and yellow and black are its colours. The head of Hufflepuff is Pomona Sprout, and the Fat Friar is the house patron's ghost. Before we start, if you guys find this video interesting, please let us know by smashing the like button. And if you enjoy the contents of our video playlist and want to see more, please click subscribe and don't forget to turn the notification bell to get latest updates. Hufflepuff is associated with the element of Earth. Hufflepuff corresponds roughly to the element of Earth, and it's for that reason that the house colours were chosen. Yellow represented wheat, while black represented soil. The Hufflepuff coin hourglass contains yellow diamonds and students sorted into Hufflepuff, often demonstrated exceptional abilities in herbology, owing to its correspondence to Earth. The friendliest and the most impartial house of Hogwarts. Students belonging to this house are known to be hardworking, friendly, loyal, honest, and rather impartial. It may be that due to their values, Hufflepuffs are not as competitive as other houses and are more modest about their accomplishments. Hufflepuff is the most inclusive among the 4 houses, valuing hard work, dedication, patience, loyalty, and fair play, rather than a particular aptitude in its students. Hufflepuffs are known to have a strong moral code and a sense of right or wrong. Hufflepuffs are usually accepting of everyone. Students in Hufflepuff are known to value everyone and treat them as equal. Hufflepuffs appear to have the least rivalry with the other houses, except in Quidditch, although the Tri-Rooster tournament did temporarily put a great deal of strain on the relationship between Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, due to the unusual circumstances of the selection of both Gryffindor student Harry Potter and Hufflepuff student Cedric Diggory as champions. This was mended by 1998 as the majority of Hufflepuffs rose to defend Harry from Pansy Parkinson and later helped defend Hogwarts. Honey badgers that mind their own business. Gryffindor's got a lion, Slytherin's got the snake, which seems befitting to such a malicious and creepy house. Ravenclaw has an eagle which perfectly fits their regal and lofty mimeme. Finally, Hufflepuff is represented by a badger. Badgers are typically portrayed as hardworking, protective, and family-oriented. In the traditional story told by the Sixth, a family of badgers works hard to maintain a good home and plenty of food to eat. Originally, J.K. Rowling considered making the Hufflepuff mascot a bear, but decided against it. She knows that in the annotated Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, perhaps Hufflepuff House would have been respected if it deserves if I stayed with my original idea of a bear and to represent it. She opted for the badger, which honestly suits Hufflepuff better. Badgers look sweet and cute, kind of like a non-sticky skunk with short legs, but they will mess you up. They're vicious hunters and resilient little suckers. They eat venomous eggs whole. Badgers are very tough but don't care about you at all, and that is awesome. The most cozy common rooms in Hogwarts. The Hufflepuff dormitories and common room have never been seen by outsiders and is the only house with repelling devices in case of intruders. They have access to a pile of large barrels found staked in a shadowy stone recess on a right-handed corridor near the kitchen. The barrel 2 from the bottom middle of the second row will open if tapped of the rhythm Helga Hufflepuff. As a security device to repel non-Hufflepuff students, tapping at the wrong barrel or tapping the incorrect number of times results in one of the other lids bursting off, stretching the imposter in vinegar. However, once you make it through the tunnel entry, the Hufflepuff dormitory is quite a cozy and welcoming place. It always feels sunny. The common room is a large, earthy round area with low ceilings. The view from the round windows is of dandelions and ripening grass. The decor emphasizes the earthy feel of the room, with plants hanging and resting all about the room, some that even sing and dance. Burnished copper touching with rust, cozy yellow and patterned sofas and chairs for Hufflepuff students to relax and discuss the interesting specimens brought in by the head of the house, Professor Sprout. A Hufflepuff student retires through big round doors in the walls of the common way of their dormitory. They may not be brave, but they always choose what is right. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the students of Hogwarts were asked to rise to the occasion and repel the forces of Voldemort and his army in a last stand to save Hogwarts and the safety of the Wizardry world. The houses chose as groups what they would do. Slytherin opted not to fight, which makes sense as many of Voldemort's Death Eaters and supporters are parents and future employees of Slytherin students. Ravenclaw decided they would leave the decision to each individual student since it was such a weighty choice and should not be made lightly. Approximately half of the Ravenclaw house stayed to fight. Gryffindor decided unanimously that they would fight, barely checking to see if they had their wands before charging into battle. Hufflepuff was the only other house to decide almost wholeheartedly that they stayed, and they didn't do it for pride or glory. They stayed because they knew it was right, and because they knew someone had to fight, it may as well be them. Some of the coolest witches and wizards are Hufflepuffs. Like we mentioned many times, Cedric Diggory was Hufflepuff. While he didn't win the Tri-Wizard tournament for highly unfortunate reasons, he was a damn good competitor. He handily defeated his dragon, was the first to bring Chow Chang up from the infested lake, and wouldn't have received first place in the cup if he survived. He was also a damn good Quidditch player, lest you forget, but Cedric Diggory wasn't the only amazing Hufflepuff to be proud of. Nymphora Tonks of the Order of the Phoenix also spent her time at Hogwarts Hufflepuff, and she was one of the coolest chicks in the series. Bridget Renlock, a fabulously brainy witch who was known for her work in mathematics. We haven't even mentioned Helga Hufflepuff, and the founder of the house, Lord Professor Pomona Sprout. Before showing you the most surprising fact about the house of Hufflepuff, here are some awesome and impressive things you need to know about the house which makes every aspiring wizard want to be a Hufflepuff. The most considerate house is J.K. Rowling's favourite. That's right, step aside Gryffindor, you know everyone's favourite. After the creation of Pottermore, when disgruntled users would complain about being sorted into Hufflepuff, J.K. Rowling herself, a self-proclaimed Gryffindor in fact, admitted in interviews Hufflepuff is indeed her favourite house. This may surprise people, but it is the truth. Gryffindors compromise a lot of foolhardily show a few people, that's just the way it is. There's bravery and there's also showboating. The Hufflepuffs weren't trying to show off. They weren't being reckless. That's the essence of Hufflepuff's house. For reasons we delve into more throughout the article, Hufflepuff became the embodiment of many admirable qualities as J.K. created the series. While Slytherin was always intended to be a malicious evil house, Gryffindor the bold and brave, and Ravenclaw the wise and clever, Hufflepuff held more promise as a quiet and calm leader with subtle qualities that could only be discovered through our careful reading. Like, who doesn't want to be a loyal, impartial friend on their side? Those adorable Hufflepuffs are the greatest friends anyone could treasure. Hufflepuff got off to a rough start in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter franchise. As soon as Hagrid opened his gigantic mouth of his, everyone said Hufflepuff are a lot of doofus. The Badger clan of Hogwarts became the butt of every joke. While many readers consider learning in Hufflepuff to be some sort of insult or slight, they couldn't be more wrong. In fact, being sorted into Hufflepuff is a tremendous honor, as it instantly marks an individual as a caring, loyal and hardworking student. Do you guys find the House of Hufflepuff astounding? Who's your favorite character from the Harry Potter series? Which Hogwarts house do you want to be in and why? Please shout it out down in the comments and let us know why. And also, if you want to give your family a surprise gift for any special occasion, you can always check out our website and look for creative and adorable gifts. This has been your Music Chest, your Music Box Wizard, signing out.